Ice cold lemonade!
Remember those days? Remember sitting at a lemonade stand trying to make a few bucks? If any of you were like me, you thought that was the beginning of a national chain of lemonade stands. Ah, the American entrepreneurial dream. You know, the American dream for entrepreneurs isn't just the house with the white picket fence, 2.5 kids, and a car. For us, it's taking an idea, making it a reality, and turning it into a profitable business that employs thousands of people. Sound familiar? It should. Every entrepreneurial dream in America started with an idea and a few people. Now, you may never want to start your own business, but that doesn't mean you can't help our nation's entrepreneurs. And I'm going to tell you how. But first, a wake-up call. According to the Harvard Business School and the Stanford Research Institute, the days of the American entrepreneur and innovation, they're behind us. This is frightening because according to the Small Business Administration, our nation's startups and entrepreneurs were the ones responsible for creating the majority of the net new jobs over the past 30 years. However, the trends over the past few years are disturbing. Entrepreneurship's down, unemployment is increasing, and capital to support our nation's job creators has become almost impossible to find. So think about it. Banks aren't lending. Don't believe me? Just try going into a bank to get a loan. Got a connection to some VC or private equity money? Well, with only a 2% funding rate, your odds of financing aren't very good. That doesn't mean you have a bad idea, just not an idea they want to fund. Now, things used to be different. Prior to the 2008 financial meltdown, startups and entrepreneurs had more access to capital. They were able to use their personal finances, credit cards, home equity lines, bank loans, and private money to fund their ideas. Today, however, the picture's grim. You know, capital is both an enabler and an inhibitor to entrepreneurship. With it, doors are opened. Without it, we can't innovate or create the jobs or businesses we need. So thinking outside the box, what if we in a limited fashion applied the principles of crowdfunding to capital raising for entrepreneurs? What if we let the crowd take over where Wall Street and the banks have left off? What if we went back to our roots and let community financing be the way in which we fund our entrepreneurs? Well, you know we can. It's called crowdfund investing. Now, CFI has its tenets in crowdfunding. It's a way for a large number of people to donate small amounts of money to fund nonprofits and art-related projects. CFI, on the other hand, uses the same small amounts of money to buy equity in forward-profit businesses, offering a potential return to investors. The only problem? It's illegal in the United States and most other countries. If you know anything about raising money, well, you know you just can't go out there and solicit anyone. To do so, well, that requires lawyers. Did you know trying to raise $50,000 from your friends and family can cost up to $20,000 in legal fees? So if you thought raising $50,000 was hard, try doing so with everyone knowing that 40 cents of every dollar is going directly into the pockets of lawyers. Now, don't get me wrong. Complicated term sheets and lawyers are appropriate for companies that need large amounts of sophisticated money. However, seed and early stage capital, this relies on relationships and trust. This can come from friends, family, and community. And this doesn't require costly lawyers or extravagant term sheets. Crowdfund investing is based on accountability and transparency. It's a form of community financing where friends and family become the de facto banks and VCs. And who better to understand your idea, motive, and needs than those closest to you? So how would this work in the real world? Well, let's say I've got an idea for a chain of lemonade stands with some secret sauce, and I need $10,000 to buy my inventory, build my stand, and test my proof of concept. In order to raise capital on a crowdfunding platform, I would have to submit to a background and fraud check. Provided that comes out clean, I would be able to post my idea on platforms much like Kiva or Indiegogo. Then, I would solicit investments from my social network via Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and my blog. The crowd, well, they would decide if my idea has merit. Can it make money? Am I, as an entrepreneur, capable of getting the job done? Do the use of proceeds seem right? And is this a good opportunity for them to invest $80, $100, or $500? Now, I think it's important to mention the average amount crowdfunded today is about $80, and you probably spend more on a dinner movie date on a Saturday night. However, experience will show that for those $80, the crowd's going to pick apart my idea, my experience as an entrepreneur, and the investment opportunity. They're going to do this in comment fields that I'm going to have to defend. For instance, if someone said, "Sherwood, what's to keep someone from copying your lemonade idea and selling that?" I'd have to reply with a comment and a satisfactory answer. And you know that like button we're all getting used to? Well, the readers can hit that and vote their satisfaction to my answer. Since every deal will be based on all or nothing financing, I'm also going to have to carefully plan how much capital I need and communicate that effectively to the crowd. If I don't win over the confidence of the crowd, or people think a chain of lemonade stands is a stupid idea, then guess what? I'm not going to be funded. And you know what? If you've ever tried to raise capital, you know that this is what happens behind closed doors in management presentations to investors around the country every day. The only difference is now we are taking it to the people and letting them use a few dollars to support some of the 98% of entrepreneurs where no one else is focused. Get it? So what are the chances we can make this legal? Well, in February of this year, I got together with 2 other entrepreneurs to build the framework for CFI. We pitched this as a solution to both the capital crunch and the jobs crisis facing America. In only 8 months, we've been part of 2 congressional hearings on the subject, in media stories from the Wall Street Journal to the Dylan Ratigan Show. Included in President Obama's Jobs Act, as well as the force behind H.R. 2930, what we like to call the Crowdfund Investing Act. It's now pending legislation in Washington. But by the way, all of this was done without spending $1 on lobbyists. You see what the power of a few passionate people can do? So you would think, with the backing of the president, leading Republicans in the House, and pretty much every entrepreneur that needs money to create companies and hire Americans, this would be a shoo-in. However, we stand in the face of a bureaucratic organization that has become so afraid to act that they are destroying the entrepreneurial blood that flows through our nation's veins. How long can we say, yes, I can make my idea a reality if we don't have access to people like our parents who help support our lemonade stand? We need to stand up and say what we already know. This is my money. I make informed decisions on a daily basis, and I can do so here. I understand there are no guarantees in life, and I'm willing to take that risk with my small investment. I want to be part of the solution. I want to help kickstart our nation's economy and fund my friend's lemonade stand or whatever idea he has because I believe in him, his idea, and I think it's a fair investment. And you know what? If you believe in me, if you think there's merit to what I've been discussing, then you've just proven my theory correct. You, the crowd out there, sitting there staring at me, listening to what I have to say, and using your judgment to decide my veracity. You either agree or you don't. If you don't, go in peace. If you do, then join our cause and help us advocate for change. Thank you.